Hello everyone and welcome to Infused Transitions. So I hope that this is a reading that you guys will find not only enlightening and actually receive a message from, but that you can appreciate the deck I'm using. This is actually the I Found It deck at Disney. I was playing this with the kids, and it was just funny because it was like, I don't know, we were playing, it was just all of a sudden it was cards were dealt out, and it just, the way they had laid out on the table, I was like, oh my gosh, I could see this, like totally see this message, right? And I thought, you know what, I'm going to do that in my channel. And then I was sitting here and I thought, okay, let me just try to do this as a quick little, practice run, right? Okay, sorry about that. I had to pause. I have a dog here that is like really scared of like storms and fireworks and things like that. And we had a pretty serious storm roll through just a little bit ago. And there's been like this little window of break. It's supposed to be starting up again soon. And quite literally, there's somebody out there lighting off fireworks. So the poor dog's not going to get a break. And yes, I've done what I can to try to make him at ease, turn the fan on high so they hopefully can drown it out. And on top of that, I'm playing music and I have the light on. And so, yeah. Anyway, I wanted to do a practice read with these, and it was pretty freaking amazing what came out. And I thought, man, I wish I would have been recording this. And so I'm doing a recording now, and we're going to see if I get a message just as amazingly clear as that one was. I actually did two, and both of them were really good, but I should have been recording. So here we go. Let's just see. Okay, so this is a general reading. It's timeless. Whenever you find it, that is when it's the right time for you. For those of you who are new, I'm an intuitive reader, which means I just read and channel what comes through is what I share. It may or may not be what you would see in normal guidebooks with a deck. However, obviously, I'm not using a normal tarot or oracle deck, so that wouldn't apply anyway, but just so that you are aware. Hopefully this message will resonate with you and the channel. And if this particular video does not resonate with you, I invite you to go check out any of the other ones that are available for you. If you feel so inclined, I ask that you hit the like button and subscribe and hit that notification bell, as this helps these messages to get out to others. I'm not taking cards yet. Thank you. Not taking cards yet. So, and for those of you who are returning, I thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys and your support, you being here. It means a lot to me. So yeah, we're going to dive in and get going. Okay, so let's see. So almost high, all that is general collective reading. Let's have an amazing, awesome reading like we've had on the two practice ones. Thank you. We're leaving the message open to Most High, God, Source, Spirit, Universe, whatever that is for you, to bring through whatever are the messages that are for our general collective to receive. Oop, one flipped. There we go. Of course, we'll show you these as after we get them all dealt out. What else do we have? No. What else do we have at Most High? Oh, too many. Nope, not taking those. I will take the one that turned upright. All right, so what else do we have? Let's get a few more out here. Thank you. Oh, look at that. See, I didn't even realize. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to actually get out one more. Let's get out one more. Okay, I guess we're going to get out more than one more. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a lot more than what I thought was there. Okay. Well, then we may as well just get out one more that's going to round this out. And I am asking specifically for one more. One more. Thank you. Oh, see, you did it to me again. Okay, well, we're just going to leave them like this, and then that's it. But we will notice that on this side, we have bridges on one end, and we have a rainbow bridge on the other side. How amazing is that? Wow. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. So first things first, the first one out, we have travel over a body of water, clearly. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm looking at here was, we actually have both of these cards are about transportation. Both of these cards are about transportation. You have going over a body of water by ship travel here. And then on this one, we've got planes. You have trucks, cars. I was just looking to see if there was anything else. Man, I'm hungry. Sorry, that was a side note. I said it because I was hoping you guys can't hear my stomach growling. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm seeing there is travel. It can be about travel. It can be about forward movement. If some of you have been feeling like you've been stuck and unable to move, it's like here's coming in this big movement of something over here. Okay, shall we try to see if we can bring this down a little bit? Hopefully that makes it a little bit better for you to be able to see. Okay, sorry. It just seemed like they were so far away. Okay, so anyways, we've got either travel happening for some people or something coming in that is going to offer an opportunity for travel, or someone or something traveling towards you. It's going to be different for different people, okay? So, but we do have docks, okay? So obviously docking, this, again, it represents travel to me. And then we have the swords. So the swords card could be, it could be about just keeping your guard up, being aware of your surroundings, paying attention, do your research before you make whatever move this is, whether if it's like an actual move or if it's a vacation or if this is someone coming towards you to visit or someone that you run into that is, from a different place. So it ends up being some sort of a long distance thing. There's just pay attention. Just pay attention. Be smart. Be intelligent about your things. Don't get caught up and wrapped up in the excitement, whether it's vacation or moving to someplace far off or taking a job opportunity somewhere, whatever that is. Pay attention. Be aware. Do your research. That kind of thing. Because again, we've got the swords, and it's coming in right next to the fire hydrant. Well, what do we use fire hydrants for? Well, to put out the fire. So there may be a reason to pay attention, right? Next we have, let me see. I'm trying to see what that is in there. I do have a magnifying glass that I keep out for cards because it's not uncommon for cards to have very small, intricate. Okay, no, there's nobody sitting in those chairs. I saw the two chairs and I couldn't tell if that was just the cushion on there, but we do have a table for two. Okay. Obviously this home, their own, grand home here. Right. Off to the side here, we have, I can't think of her name, but the queen, the princess that becomes the queen in Frozen. Is she Elsa or is the other one Elsa? But anyway, she's doing her magic here, but we do have a table for two. We have, I keep hearing the word chateau. We have their own chateau. So, again, this could be a vacation. It could be a vacation that's taken in the wintertime. It could be a ski vacation, could be a winter wonderland vacation, a Christmas vacation. Okay, yeah. See, so I'm hearing you don't want to be left out in the cold. And when we have this, the fire hydrant, right, and the water coming out, if it's cold out, what happens to the water? It gets frozen. See, and again, here we have this, you have Peter Pan, and he's here like he's holding back in protection everybody else on the cloud with him. So I guess the feeling that I'm getting here is, it's not about how do I explain that? It's not saying necessarily don't go. It's just saying you need to be cautious, and you need to, in the sense of, don't just, I'm hearing fly by the seat of your pants. Don't make a snap decision without doing your research, without, okay, well, I'm thinking this is what I'm going to do. Let me think on that for a while. Let me see how I feel about that. And then I'll make a decision, right? For some, I'm getting that maybe you really want to weigh your options here, because again, we've got this travel that leads up to then docking, and you've got the sword, the fire hydrant, this cold place, and then you've got someone who's holding back and protecting everyone, and we got this big old skull here in the background. So I would say for some, specifically for some, this is about, you may not want to make this move. For others, it's about wanting to make sure that you're doing your due diligence. Do your due diligence. Make sure you're paying attention. Make sure that you are doing your homework. Make sure that you are walking around with awareness and not just blindly walking around. Okay. For some too, it can be, okay, oh, it's so exciting. And then it could be like, oh my gosh, there's just, this went wrong, that went wrong, this went wrong. But then as we see, once things get evened out, because there is protection here, right? Elsa, pretty sure that's Elsa. Whichever sister this is, she's protecting this, Peter Pan is protecting this group. So there is protection in place. And again, we've got all these vehicles in this one, right? You've got all these vehicles. You've got all these different places to go to check out. You got movies. You've got hot springs. You've got something. Yeah, it's just, there's things to go see. There's things to go do. It can be exciting. For some, it's like, okay, it can be really chaotic, but take that bird's eye view. Take the bird's eye view. Take all that emotion and stress from the move or the travel or whatever these challenges were at the beginning. Just, okay, take a breath, just relax, pull back, take a look at the big picture. I do feel like that there is an opportunity for community availability here. which can open up being, you know, social events. And I mean, we've got two kings and a prince and a princess, or a king, two kings and a prince here. And then a, you know, air quotes here, right? A commoner coming in. But it is, you know, it can be very exotic, whatever this travel thing is. It can be very exciting. It can be something that is so incredibly unusual and an amazing opportunity. But again, I'm just saying that I really do get the feeling that there is a need to, you know, be mindful, be smart, right? Okay, so let's, and again, I find this really interesting too. Like I said, we've got these bridges was on the bottom of the deck. And then when you flip it over the other way, we have a rainbow bridge. I mean, bridging the gap, bridging from one place to another. Again, travel. This one's going over a body of water. Some of you may be traveling because you may be, I don't know if you can see that, you know, again, we have community. To me, this is a card about community. But for others, it can be a card that is about traveling for like a destination wedding. And that maybe in all of that social events, you might meet someone. Or then again, you know, here she's actually leaving and leaving alone. It might not be about meeting someone as much as it is just this amazing opportunity. The bridges to me represent, again, because we have one that you would think of or that I see as like in the physical world. And then we have one that to me is more like the etheric world. It feels like it's something that can be very magical, but be very attainable here in the here and now, if that makes sense. Okay. All right. I did shuffle these prior, but I will do a few shuffles here before we get going. So let's get some more information on the ship up there. Ooh, okay. Right. Okay, so we've got the Eight of Wands, a lot of emotion, or a lot of passion, a lot of activity, a lot of movement, can be about a lot of communication, which it would make sense. Again, if we're going to end up traveling and going somewhere, we're usually, you know, whether it's because we're doing communication as in we're making plans to go somewhere, or we're communicating because we're going to be going and visiting someone, you know, whatever that looks like for you. Solidifying travel plans, etc., etc. But, and I mean, it makes sense. I mean, come on, that is a lot of action there that's going on. You've got a helicopter, you've got a ship, you've got trucks, you've got cars. That is a lot of action and a lot of movement. That came out with the Moon card, which again, there's a reason that the sword and the fire hydrant came out, right? And there's this being cautious, but there is protection. And I think that this is also about being, you know, you don't know everything. There are some things that are not illuminated yet, right? So there may be a need to be cautious. Know that, you know, you are protected, but that doesn't mean be flippant about it, right? It's being proactive, because there are things happening that we don't know about yet. You know, you might not have anticipated, you know, docking and then having, you know, this, that, and the other happen. Again, swords in traditional tarot can be about communication though too. And it can also be about a truth coming to light. And I just heard like hot information, like, ooh, hot. That was hot information, meaning it could be hot the way we mean it in urban slang, or it could be hot as in, you know, ooh, this is information that, you know, not everybody knows. What do I do with that? You know, whatever that is for you. I mean, because again, it's going to be different for different people. Let's get a little more on this one here with the helicopter, the trucks, the cars. Let's get a little more clarity, information. Okay, yep, Six of Cups. So I know traditionally for a lot of people, they're like, well, this is a card about, someone from your past coming back and resurfacing, which it can be. In this particular deck, I feel like it's almost like a new level of maturity has been attained or achieved or is being worked towards. A new level of maturity, a new level of understanding, maybe a new level in your spiritual journey or in your growth or in your, tangible, physical, personal life world. But this does feel like it's, this movement is going to offer an opportunity to have some maturity of some sort be available to you. It's about like, what are you going to do with that? Now, for some people, yes, this can be about someone from your past coming back into your life again, whether that is a past life past, so maybe you haven't even met them yet in this lifetime, or maybe it is somebody that is from your past, whether it's someone who was a friend, an acquaintance, a lover, a business partner, whatever that is for you. Yep. All right, no, I'm not taking that one because I was getting ready to move on. Okay, so let's get a clarifier for the docs, please. I'll set this one aside, but let me finish the thing. So let's get a clarifier for docs. The Justice card was the one that came out. Of course, I'll show it to you in just a moment, but let's see. Do we have another clarifier for the docs, please? Do we have another That's too many. Too many. Do we have a clarifier for the docs? All right, we're going to go with that one. All right, so the docs, we have Justice. So it is about a balancing of the scales. And I guess because it's the Justice card is here, it would make sense why there is protection. But it's almost like, again, it's like, don't take things for granted, right? Don't take the fact that this is showing you protection. Oh, well, I don't have to do anything because, well, I'm protected and I know I'm protected. Well, I don't have to do my research because I'm protected. Well, I don't have to be proactive because I'm protected. I don't have to worry about, looking both ways before I cross the street because I'm protected, which of course, none of that is true, right? We are still responsible for ourselves. And we still are best in alignment when we are proactive and a participant instead of just sitting back and just assuming, oh, well, I don't have to look both ways because, I'm protected. Well, yeah, you do still need to look both ways before you cross the street. All right. Let's get a clarifier for the Swords card, please. Let's get a clarifier for the Swords, please. Thank you. Yeah, see, choices. So again, swords can be about communication. It can be about truth. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to show you the Justice card in case you're not familiar with this deck. Okay. Sorry, the cats are starting to go a little haywire. So let's see. So the Swords card, swords in traditional tarot, again, it can be about communication. It can be about truth. It can be about withholding communication. But because this is upright, I would say it is about communicating. Excuse me. It can also be about a truth coming forward. I had just said that too about learning about information and ooh, it's hot, right? So it can be about a truth coming out. And then there's this, okay, so what am I going to do with that truth? What am I going to choose to do with that truth? Again, which is about being proactive, not about just sitting back and thinking everyone in the universe and God and source and spirit and everybody is responsible for making, your choices of what you're going to do with whatever. That's not how it works. I would say, though, that some things are going to be falling away that are just non-serving, but this truth is going to help you sort through these options and choose a path. And again, that's why it's going to be important to do your research, really check in with yourself, do the big picture, the big picture view of, okay, so I guess it would be logical that if I did this, it most likely would turn out with like that, obviously with variation. You're doing educated guesses. So let's get clarity for the fire hydrants, please. Let's get a clarity for the fire hydrants, please. Clarity for the fire hydrants, please. So some of you may notice, I just thought of that. Some of you may notice that I have marks on the cards. This is because we actually have 3 decks of these, because if we all play, then we want to be able to make sure that, there's enough cards to make it a sporting game, right? And I realized that I would need to mark each deck with its own signature marking, if you will, so that we could know what goes to what deck. So that's why. Anyway, okay. Yeah, see? Okay, so fire hydrant, hot information. And again, I said a truth coming out, information, communication, but and if I didn't say that this just now, I think I said it at the beginning, that this can be about a truth. To me, the suit of swords can be, some of the cards in there can be about justice. It can be about a balancing of the scales. It can be about truth coming out, truth coming to the surface. Okay, and I would say it must be a truth that was hidden before, because again, remember we had the moon card over here. That maybe this, a lot of this communication and action is what started to bring this to light. And then here we are, we come over here and it's brought to the light. And that's why you're sitting here now trying to make a choice of, okay, now I know this. What do I do with that? How does that affect me? What is my next best move for me that keeps me in alignment and keeps me in a state of balance and harmony with myself? So for clarification for the fire hydrant, we have the 6 of Swords, which is about moving on. We have the 7 of Swords. This is about sneakiness, deceit, thieving, running away with something. And in this particular deck, there's like 2 feathers that flew out of his backpack. It doesn't look like he's aware of it. Like in other decks, it's like there was a conscious decision to leave this and this behind, but that's not the way it is in this particular deck. I'm sorry, guys. I got to shift my chair over here a bit because I keep knocking the camera stand. But, it could be they were in such a hurry. So it's like I grabbed and stole, or just being sneaky, being deceitful. There could be just, pay attention. Let's see, what was this third one? Yeah, see, so this is kind of, it is interesting. So, okay, there's this moving on, right? Moving to a different, can literally be about a geographical move, but it can also be about moving on from something that was painful, which I would think, someone being thieving and lying and all of that would be very painful, because whatever this was, there was this hope for this 10 of Cups. There was this illusion that there was going to be this 10 of Cups. So for some, it reads that way. For some others, it's reading as in, you went through all of this, or I guess we'd put it almost like this. This thieving took place, which prompted the moving away. But that is what is going to eventually bring you to this opportunity for the 10 of Cups. For others, it's almost like when you're looking at it like this, right? It's almost like this is what's coming towards you, but you've turned your back on it and you're moving away from it. Why? Well, because you were walking around prepared. You were paying attention. You looked at the red flags. You said, okay, this doesn't look like it's in the up and up. Yeah, I'm not accepting that. I'm not going to participate with that. Whether that's a person, a place, an event, a situation, an opportunity, which is disguised as an opportunity, but it's really not. So, again, but you're saying no, you've moved away from that because this is what you're moving towards. This is what you want to create. This is what you're manifesting. So take whichever way resonates with you. And again, just remember and realize, this is why we're given free will, free choice. We do have support and assistance that comes along the way to help us, but it is up to us to decide what we're going to do. And moving in a way that is best for you is not about being selfish at all. It's about being proactive. It's about ensuring that your energy and your life is of quality, because then that's what you're giving out is quality, right? And when we allow ourselves to get tangled up with things that are not good for us for whatever reason, then that's what we're putting out as well. Okay, so let's get some more information about what I call here as the chateau. Can we get more about this chateau with the protection here? What else can you tell me about the chateau with this protection? What can you tell me about the chateau with the protection, please? Thank you. Yeah, Queen of Swords, or I'm sorry, Ace of Swords. It's a new beginning, right? But it's to me, this is like, again, it's up in her mind. You see that, right? This is a well thought out new beginning. I'm paying attention. I'm going to create my new beginning. I'm going to do it mindfully. I'm going to do it in a way that is aligned and healthy for me. It is a brand new opportunity. And to me, also the swords are about, especially when you're looking at like the Queen of Swords, but obviously this isn't her, but the swords make me feel almost like, yeah, I'm open to this, but just understand I'm on my guard. I'm paying attention, and I will cut ties and walk away if I feel there is a need. Now, again, you take it how it resonates for you. I also feel like, again, because it's an Ace of Swords, it's a brand new beginning. Because we have so many steps here, it could be something that is a process. Like it could be, here's the opportunity, and it's something that has great potential, but it is going to take time to come to fruition. Because we see all the steps that are there, right? So what else do we have here? So what about, this group of people with the protection on the cloud? So the cloud to me, can almost feel like for some that there may be a need to practice more frequently while you're going through this, grounding, simply because, when a lot of us are going through different things, we get stressed, we can have anxiety, or we can just get flighty. We can have our energy all over the place. So it's just a good idea to you know, really practice being grounded, whatever that looks like for you. All right, so give us another card. Give us some more clarity on this card here with the group of people on the cloud and the skull in the background there. Let's get it on the people on the cloud first, and we'll see then if we need anything more. All right. Let's get another card for clarity in there. Thank you. So I find that interesting. I was saying, you know, be grounded and all of that. And then here she is, she's walking a tightrope on her tippy toes. And it's like these ideas and stuff are taking flight. Okay. And that's great. It's just, we don't want to lose our balance off of this tightrope, right? We don't want to lose our balance, which is why it's really important to practice grounding. But this is about fresh new ideas, something coming in that's like this. I mean, it's written, as they say. It's written. So this could be literally be about the written word, whether that's publishing something. Could be about acting, you know, learning your script. It could be, though, that there's all these ideas. So it would be a good idea to write these ideas down so that you can begin to prioritize and then figure out which one you're going to work with. This can be about someone coming in with an announcement of a potential opportunity that might be coming your way, and you would have time to prepare. We do have then the Four of Wands. This particular Four of Wands, you know, it's reasons to celebrate, and which is true, you know, Four of Wands, period. We've got two people here. They're dancing, they're celebrating. So I do feel like whatever this Page of Wands is bringing in as a, almost like the town crier, right? It's like an announcement. I do feel it holds the potential to be something to celebrate. Yeah, it holds the potential to be something to celebrate. But again, you know, pay attention, do your work, do your research, pay attention, harness that creativity, harness those ideas, so that you can move forward. Okay. All right, let's look at this one here. We've got all of these cards, all of these places to go, to check out, to do, to see. That is way too many. Let's keep going here. All right, let's go. Give us some clarity on this one here. Oh, I was trying to see what those were, but you know what I'm seeing here too is again, it can be about that travel, and it can be about either going to a foreign country, or it can be about traveling your own country and just, you know, traveling around in your own country. It can be about meeting new people who are a very heritage mixture of people from all over, you know, this community that is, as they say, a melting pot of the world. So maybe that's a place that you would be going. We did have the Fool card come out. This is about, you know, taking that leap of faith, a new beginning, new potential, new opportunities. All right. Tell me some more about this, the Fool. Tell me more about the Fool with this card, with this card. Tell me some more about that. Give me some more details about the Fool. What is this new opportunity? What is the energy of the new opportunity? Can you give me more about the opportunity? And again, realize this is a general reading, so, you know, it's not going to be able to be specific. Okay, so to me, this is saying that, so we had the Five of Pentacles come out. The Five of Pentacles with the Fool card. This is a brand new beginning. And I asked, what is this about? I think it's about being able to change your money story. This is about shifting this up. Yeah, this is about being able to shift this up. And this may be opportunities coming from a variety of directions. This could be things that you're going, an opportunity that you're going to discover while you're doing either the traveling or while something's coming towards you, whether you are in some place new, someplace not at home. You might run across an opportunity and it might be one of those, wow, this really could change my money story for me. This can also be about somebody who is, in this particular deck, this person is alone. And fives are about change. So it could be about moving on and moving away from this kind of energy of, you know, money being tight, feeling left out in the cold, feeling alone and all by yourself, feeling abandoned, which are all things that, you know, typically come with needing work and healing on, things to be released, so that we can move forward in an energy that is this renewed energy of faith, of hope, of excitement. So for someone out there, this is very much about feeling really left out, but not to give up hope, because you are being given an opportunity here to shift and change being out in the cold, to shift and change having challenges financially where you have to count every penny. Okay? Can we get some more here? Another clarifier card here on this kid's bedroom and Buzz Lightyear. The Queen of Wands. So taking this bird's eye view, right? Kind of pulling back, stepping back, clearing out the emotions, and really paying attention to what's happening, what's going on. Be conscious of our decisions and our choices. That's about owning your power. This is about creativity, passion, fire. Somebody who's very emotional, and I don't mean overly emotional. I just mean that they love life. They have a vivaciousness. They're very passionate. They are very powerful. They are strong. Yeah, they have a lot of fire energy and a lot of firepower. And they've harnessed it. They've learned to master the fire within, right? And part of that is taking the big picture approach, right? Because when we're always right there in it, it is so hard to, for most of us, to try to make a choice or a decision when we're so running with our emotions or getting caught up in the, whatever it is that's happening, versus, okay, let me breathe. Let me take 5. Let me step back. Let's just, you know, again, do the research, do the inner search, do the research, making your choices and decisions based on logic, based on the mind versus on the heart. That's not saying you can't bring heart energy into it. That means, that's not saying that you don't, consider your emotions. Yes, of course you do. But it is also about balance, right? Because we don't want to always be stuck up in our mind and having no heart and only logic making our choices. But we also don't want to have our emotions being what's running the show. So we don't want either one of these spiraling out and taking control. This is about us controlling the mind and the emotions versus letting the mind and or the emotions run us. Okay? Can we get another one? Get another clarifier about this community and or wedding card, please? Let's get another card of clarity around this community card, please. Let's get an, oh, thank you. Oh, okay. Where did that go? Oh, that went all the way to the floor. Excuse me. Where on the floor? Ah, all right. Let's see. How can I do this so that I don't pull my microphone? Okay. All right. So this was the last card out. Second to last. Second. And we had a flipper. Here we go. All right. No more? Yeah. Okay. So I asked about this community card, possibly and or marriage card, wedding card. And I say marriage and or wedding because it could be either attending someone else's wedding or having your own wedding or preparing for yours or someone else's. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Cups. And we have the Death Rebirth card. So this card has a lot to say. So the Page of Wands, again, we have another page. Again, to me, a page is like the town crier. This is the announcement before the actual arrival of something, whether it's the arrival of a person, an event, an exiting, a entering, whatever that is. Wands, again, it's passion, it's fire, it's creativity, it's movement, it's action. Which of course would make sense because there's a wedding happening here and there's, let me pull this up. There's a wedding happening right here, but then, let's see. Okay. And then there's also just all the people going on about their day here in the community center, right? So it is about a lot of action. Obviously, a lot of passion, a lot of love. It's about community. It's about creativity, communication. And then we have this Nine of Pentacles. This is about independence, growing our abundance, growing our independence, which is interesting because it's almost like, okay, I'm doing all this work. This is about me getting myself together here, getting my independence, whether it's financial or spiritual or education, right? I mean, we have all these different, I need a drink, life areas. So, bottom line is though, the Nine of Pentacles, this to me is the pre-queen, and to me, the queen is the pre-empress. So, this is like, okay, I'm doing it, and it doesn't matter. You don't have to be a woman. It doesn't have to be feminine energy. It's just representing reaching that Nine of Pentacles space, that space of abundance, of independence, of having yourself together, right? And then we have enter in the Knight of Cups. Okay, remember I said this person is like the town crier. This is the person who announces what's coming before. This person is announcing an opportunity of something that could bring about a reason to celebrate. And then we have this leap of faith that's going to change our money story. We've gone from the Five of Pentacles, to the Nine of Pentacles. So we've had quite an upgrade, if you will. All right, and then we have this new page coming in and talking to us, and then we have this Knight of Cups. With the Knight of Cups coming in, we have a brand new beginning coming. I think that the ending here is about ending the time alone, ending the time of feeling like you're out in the cold, ending the times of traveling alone is what I'm hearing, and entering in this opportunity for the Ten of Cups, which is what you've been trying to create and manifest. Okay. And here's the thing. It's like, it's still up to you to make your own choices and decisions. It's still up to you to decide, is this person for me or not for me? Is this an aligned thing? Have I changed my shift and my focus and my mind about what I'm looking for and what my 10 of Cups looks like, right? Let's get some more about the social events, the calendar, the castle, the meeting of someone, or the breaking away of someone. Let's see. Let's get some more clarity on what this is telling us. Let's get some more clarity on what this is telling us, please. What is this telling us? We got one card. Yeah, the Empress. Didn't I say that she was like the pre-queen and the queen is like the pre-empress? So it's almost like skipping. So going from the 5 of Pentacles to the 9 of Pentacles to the Empress. That's pretty freaking amazing. This is about something new beginning. There is a gestation period, and we can see that because it's like, you know, anybody who knows the story of Cinderella, right? It's like they meet and then she runs away because of all the circumstances and he has to go find her. I'm not talking about stereotypes. I'm not talking about codependent relationships, nothing like that, okay? All I'm saying is sometimes it takes time. I mean, you know, relationships of quality take time to be built. They take interaction. They take give and take. They take being a two-way street and communication and being open and all of that kind of stuff. But there is an offering of a new beginning here. Yeah, there's the offering of the, oh my goodness. Yeah, there's the offering of the new beginning here. And then we have this King of Swords. Why is the King of Swords here? Why is the King of Swords here? Okay. Yeah. The King of Swords is here is because when this Knight of Cups comes in, male, female, doesn't matter. That's not the significant part. It's almost like, you know, again, there's going to be things that will have to be cut out of your world that just don't fit anymore. It's also going to shake up your world, right? I mean, when this person comes in, it's the ending and the rebirth. The Empress is, I mean, there's just this nurturing, a very nurturing, a very loving. It could also be about, for some of you, this could also be about maybe these are the energies of the two different people, right? The yin, the yang, so to speak. You know, you have the person who's very nurturing, who's very soft, very gentle, very wise, very intelligent. And then you have the person who they're also very intelligent, but maybe they're a little more reserved. Maybe they don't share quite so much, so quickly, so easily. It's not to say they don't feel, but maybe they're a little more, they take their time more in the deepness of a relationship. But it is not that they don't feel it. It's just, they just express it differently and they move through it at a different rate and pace. And again, a relationship is about a two-way street. But this is going to shake up everybody's world. Now, a tower doesn't have to be a negative thing. It can quite literally just be, you know, I mean, let's face it, relationships are not always, you know, quick and easy. And you know, if you want one that's going to be able to handle the long haul and go for the duration, it's going to have to take an investment from both parties. And if both parties are not investing, then maybe that's not the relationship for you, right? And it's about people being on the same page. And we got the Hanged Man on the bottom of the deck. So again, there's enlightenment, new understanding. But yeah, so, and again, we have these bridges. So I do feel like there's opportunities here. I do feel like there's going to be a need to be intelligent, to be wise, to do your homework, to pay attention, to do your research, to be proactive. Anyway, I hope you found this reading helpful to you. I'm going to leave it there. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you found it entertaining. And I really hope it resonated with you. If it did and you liked this video, it resonated with you, or you were entertained by this video, the fact that I used, a children's deck of cards, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, as that helps to get these messages out to everyone else. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for being here. Bye.